Hello children, I am Ekta. Previously, we have learnt about square and square roots. Let's recall the square and square roots part. A natural number n is called a square number. If we can find another natural number m such that n is equal to m square. The square root of a number n written as square root n or n power 1 by 2 is the number that gives n when multiplied by itself. The number of times a prime factor occurs in the square is equal to twice the number of times it occurs in the prime factorization of the number. For any two positive numbers a and b, we have square root ab is equal to square root a into square root b, and square root a by b is equal to square root a by square root b. B is not equal to 0. In this part, we are going to learn about cubes and cube roots. After the completion of this lesson, you will be able to know learning objectives. To compute the cube and the cube root of numbers. To make a rough estimate of the cube roots of numbers. Keywords from this lesson: number, odd number, even number, positive number, negative number, cube number, cube roots, and perfect cube. What are cube numbers? When an integer is multiplied by the same integers in 3 times, the resultant number is known as a cube number. Basically, a cube number is a number obtained by the product of 3 same numbers. In geometry, the volume of a cube is the finest example of a cube number. Cube numbers are also known as a perfect cubes. For example, 5 into 5 into 5 is equal to 5 cube is equal to 125. Thus, a cube number is a number with the exponential power of 3 or the multiplication of number by the same number 3 times. Cube numbers of positive numbers are positive and cube numbers of negative numbers are negative, because when a negative number is multiplied by the same negative number 3 times, it results in a negative number. For example, minus 7 cube is equal to minus 7 into minus 7 into minus 7 is equal to minus 343. 3 negative signs multiplied by each other results in a negative sign. We can see when we multiply minus 7 3 times, the result is minus 343. And it is a negative cube number. Here are some examples of cube numbers. Minus 8 into minus 8 into minus 8 into is equal to minus 8 cube is equal to minus 512. 12 into 12 into 12 into is equal to 12 cube is equal to 1728. Minus 2 into minus 2 into minus 2 is equal to minus 2 cube is equal to minus 8. Thirty-four into 34 into 34 is equal to 34 cube is equal to 39,304. In geometry, the volume of a cube is equal to length into width into height. Since it's a cube, the length, width and height are all equal in the cube. Thus, the volume of the cube is equal to a cube, where a is equal to length is equal to height is equal to width. This means the volume of a cube is a cube number. Cube of a fraction. Similar to the cube of a number, the cube of a fraction can be found by multiplying it 3 times. For example, the cube of the fraction 2 by 5 can be written as 2 by 5 into 2 by 5 into 2 by 5. Simplifying it further, we get the value of the cube as 2 into 2 into 2 by 5 into 5 into 5 is equal to 2 cube by 5 cube is equal to 8 by 125. Cube of negative numbers. The process to find the cube of a negative number is the same as that of a whole number and fraction. Here, always remember that the cube of a negative number is always negative, while the cube of a positive number is always positive. For example, let's try finding the cube of minus 7. We know that the cube of minus 7 is minus 7 into minus 7 into minus 7. Now, to find the cube of minus 7, we will first find the value of minus 7 into minus 7. This value is equal to 49. Now, we will find 49 into minus 7. This is equal to minus 343. Hence, we can say that cube of the number minus 7 is minus 343. The cube root formula for negative numbers is: perform the prime factorization method of the given number. Divide the factors obtained into 3 groups each of which should contain the same set of factors. Multiply the factors in any one group to get the cube root. It's just that the product of three negative values gives us a negative result, which is represented by the negative sign with the cube root of a negative number. Cube root. Whenever a number x is multiplied 3 times, then the resultant number is known as the cube of that number. The cube for the number x is represented as x cube and is read as x cubed or x to the power of 3 or x raised to 3. For example, let's take the number 5. We know that 5 into 5 into 5 is equal to 125. Hence, 125 is called the cube of 5. While on the other hand, finding the cube root of a number involves the reverse process of the cube of a number and is denoted by cube root. Considering the same example, 5 is called the cube root of the number 125 and is written as cube root 125 is equal to 5. On this page, we will learn more about the cubes and cube root of a number. Now, let's look at the cube root formula where y is the cube root of x. Cube root x is equal to y. The radical sign cube root is used as a cube root symbol for any number with a small 3 written on the top left of the sign. Another way to denote a cube root is to write 1 by 3 as the exponent of a number. Cube root is an inverse operation of the cube of a number. The cube root of a number is the value that, when cubed, gives the original number. For example, the cube root of 27 is 3 because when 3 is cubed, we get 27. How to find the cube root of a number? The cube root of a number can be determined by using the prime factorization method in order to find the cube root of a number. Step 1. Start with the prime factorization of the given number. Step 2. Then divide the factors obtained into groups containing 3 same factors. Step 3. After that, remove the cube root symbol and multiply the factors to get the answer. If there is any factor left that cannot be divided equally into groups of 3, that means the given number is not a perfect cube and we cannot find the cube root of that number. Example. Let's see how we find the cube root of 15,625. Finding cube root of a number. Cube root 15,625 is equal to cube root 5 into 5 into 5 into 5 into 5 into 5 is equal to 5 into 5 is equal to 25. Twenty-five is the cube root of 15,625. Notation. The cube root of number x is denoted as cube root x or x power 1 by 3. Here are some more cubes and cube roots. Cube root 1 is equal to 1 since 1 cube is equal to 1. Cube root 8 is equal to 2 since 2 cube is equal to 8. Cube root 27 is equal to 3 since 3 cube is equal to 27. Cube root 64 is equal to 4 since 4 cube is equal to 64. Cube root 125 is equal to 5 since 5 cube is equal to 125 and so on. One more example. Is 400 a perfect cube? Solution. By prime factorization, we have 400 is equal to 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 5 into 5. There is only one triplet. To make further triplets, we will need 2 more 2's and 1 more 5. Therefore, 400 is not a perfect cube. Cube root of a given number by prime factorization. Step 1. Resolve the given number into the product of prime factors. Step 2. Make triplet groups of the same primes. Step 3. Choosing one from each triplet, find the product of primes to get the cube root. Example. Find the cube root of 27,000. Solution. By prime factorization, we have 27,000 is equal to 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 5 into 5 into 5. Therefore, cube root 27,000 is equal to 2 into 3 into 5. Is equal to 30. Thanks for watching.